Oh, hang on. There it goes. Alright, sorry, I forgot it does the, well, it has trouble picking up my games. Right. So, hey guys. I've recently been replaying Icarus, and I wanted to do a sort of couple dummy runs of quick starts for going from 0 to 100, sort of getting as much early game resources as possible to progress rapidly to what I would need to survive in some of the Arctic biomes. So for those of you who don't know, this is a fairly well put together survival crafting game. But it's more like a roguelike. You don't have to play it like that, but the initial parts of the game are more like go into a mission, drop pod onto a planet, do all the usual survival crafting aspects. So you gather resources, you make tools, get better resources to make better tools, armor, buildings. It's all, typical first person survival. There's wildlife. There's a couple of weird alien-y type things, but inherently it's a fairly natural environment with like wolves and bears and deers and all the usual stuff. The general flow of the game is you go onto a planet and you have, I'll come back to this in a second, but you have missions you can do on a per planet basis. And they have various tiers of difficulty and various things to do. So for instance, this one is go to a location, scan some things, some data, and then you go back to the drop pod and you see the rewards at the bottom there. I'll bring this up. So this is the currency you get that's outside of the actual survival aspects of the game. And so, yeah, you go to a location, defend it for a bit, go to the next one, defend it for a bit, rinse and repeat, all that kind of stuff. And then when you, as you progress, you can see you do certain missions that unlock certain other branches and so on, like a tech tree style thing, but for missions. And there's now 3 tiers of currency. But the main one that I'm interested in is this middle one here, which I believe is exotic materials. And as you can see here, these are all the stuff that you can get in the actual survival aspects of the game. So you can basically spawn in with these armors and different backpacks. These are like slots, enhanced buffs that go into your suits for all manner of things. You can basically start a match with all of this stuff, and as long as you don't lose it in the mission, as long as it's not consumable like a tool or something, they come, you keep them for the next one as well, like a typical roguelike. But absolute worst case scenario, so for instance, you can see here there's the research cost and the crafting cost. Once you've researched something, you can then craft it again if you were to ever lose it. And this currency here, that 300, 250 cost is reasonably steep. But later on you start unlocking missions where you get like 500-600 for a single mission. So it becomes trivial quite quickly. But you can start in the game with all manner of tools, weapons, farming things, pre-made building stuff. Like this is a furnace. This is you can literally spawn in the game with a back furnace in your backpack, which is kind of broken. It's one of these things where it doesn't seem very effective until you use it in the game, and you just you can craft it with, as you can imagine, with like stone and leather and wood or something. But to just simply have one available on you right from the get-go is ridiculous. So anyway, so the plan is to do a trial run in one of these basic missions. So I need to figure out how quickly I can go from nothing to something. So I'm going to do this mission, which is simply collect ores, and then just I assume I just deposit them, send it on its way, and then we're done. So you select the mission, and then these are items I've already purchased. So the main thing in this game, like most survival games, is you want to have as much movement speed as possible. But primarily your environment suit has like slots for like auto consuming, so there's oxygen as well as something in this game, just an extra stat, but you can get oxygen, water, and food slots, and then all manner of different stats, bonus damage reduction or heat resistance, cold resistance, etc. But the main thing I need it for is this module slot, which allows me to put this just flat passive 10% movement speed. So it's pretty insane. Like, you get 5% from this backpack as well, which also reduces falling damage, which is surprisingly, as I tend to run around quite a lot, not pay attention. It's quite productive for me. But the general idea is, with all, even just these combined, I get a passive 15% movement speed for the entire mission, so it's quite useful. So you just load in. You start with literally nothing, bare hands, like you would in most survival games. And I need to, essentially I'm using this as a means of timing how long it takes, but also so I can potentially watch it back later and figure out how much resources I actually needed for certain aspects of it. So yeah, you start in a drop pod, crash land on the planet. I do have some talent, so you got the usual talent trees for all manner of things. I've gone primarily for spears, and I've got a lot of the basic tool improvements, and then some general survival. This is like carry weight, increased yield for certain resources, and if there's a thing you can do in the game, there's a talent tree for it. And on top of it, there's tech trees. So you research. It's the usual branching out, buy this, get this, unlock this, and then there's different tiers. And it goes all the way through to what I've just unlocked 20 minutes ago, is a bit more sci-fi level radars and drills, and you still get all the basic tools and equipment, but they just look a bit fancier. Obviously they do more damage. But there are no limitations on this. So I've started with, I think it's in here. So I've got my environment suit, which allows me to put my movement speed, and a backpack. So we start with nothing, just we've got health, oxygen, food, and water. So obviously we need to gather various resources. So I'm going to be speed running this, but explaining what I can. I need to immediately look at crafting basic tools. So I just need, I've got enough. So you want pickaxe first, so then, apparently double click doesn't work. So I can start gathering stone. And it's not the kind of survival game like stone is the only thing that's a bit like voxel based, where you break fractions of it and stuff. But fundamentally you'll be, everything here is like persistent. You can't destroy the ground or anything in it, basically. So we're going to want to get a bow and arrow and start hunting very quickly. Food isn't hard to come by. You kill one thing and you can kind of have enough food to last you forever. But the most important thing is getting some semblance of a base. Okay, so that should be enough wood for most things. So I need so for a bow I need more fiber and sticks. Now I have talent unlocked that allows me to convert wood to sticks, so I'm just going to do 10 of that. So I can now craft a bow. I need more fiber for arrows. And as soon as we can hunt something, we'll start getting bone, and then bone unlocks a slightly stronger tier of weapons and armor. And then we also get fur and leather, where we can start crafting all manner of useful things. That will probably do. So yeah, I need fiber and wood to craft basic building components. So I'll just cover what I can of that. Also, unlike most roguelikes and even most survival games, this one doesn't have random generation. So the map is fixed. So I know almost exactly where I am right now. I know there's like probably, I think there's a cave somewhere along here. There's one up here, and there's one over there, and all that kind of stuff. And it looks like I need to go here, get tools, and this is like the drop-off point for this particular mission. Here, obviously, it all changes for every mission. So, oh, hang on, someone's at the door. Not good for a speed run. Hello? Oh yeah, it's fine. There you go. Right. Sorry about that. Right. So initially I probably want a 2x2. So I'm gonna want how many? 8. Good. That's exactly how much I need. So I need quite a lot more wood. And in theory, I should be able to carry most of the building supplies on me immediately. So I'm just going to see if there's anything I can kill. Obviously, right at the start, a lot of things just ran away from me. I need to be conscious of oxygen and food and water reasonably soon. Oxygen you get from mining oxide, which is this stuff over here, which I might as well get now. And initially you can just put it in your inventory. So I can just put this in this hole here and it will automatically use it as I need it. It should be. Yeah, it uses it slowly over time. But yeah, most of the initial items, like building, most of the crafting benches require things like bone, leather, and fur, which obviously we can only get from killing things. So we definitely need to hunt something sooner rather than later. Most of the starting animals you encounter can be kind of like one-tapped on a headshot with a bow and arrow from stealth, so it has the usual, you know, crouch to sneak kind of concept in it. There's obviously all manner of general food and things on the floor as well, which I might as well. And food gives you buffs, certain things can give you different afflictions and stuff as well. That was good. Didn't expect to hit that. Oh, there we go. That one didn't expect to kill that so effectively. Cool, there we go. Right, so we get leather, very little fur, but some bone, and obviously you can get your arrows back and stuff as well. I probably want to craft a spear, given it's my primary damaging weapon at the moment. Cool. So yeah, we want to be able to craft a crafting bench. So that's the next thing to head towards. As soon as we can do that, we can craft most things in the game. We won't need much more than a crafting bench, building up to a masonry table. And all we need to do for that is just get some iron, which shouldn't be too far away. So I'm going to try and head towards this water over here. We really need, fur takes a very long time to acquire. We're going to need a lot of bones and stuff. Once you get going, you encounter so many, you encounter like animals and stuff constantly. And after a while you just inundated with like bones and fur and leather and everything. So because we need them to craft like the water canteen as well, and it gets a little tricky sometimes. Okay, 5. We need more than 5 for sure. Wood. Always wood. Now technically I don't need to craft an actual base. But I do want to take note of how much weight a base of this nature takes in my inventory. But it would be nice to have an actual base. But you can just live straight out in the actual caves. There's no reason you can't. Let me picture this. It's 2 4 sides. Need 3 more. One of those. One of those. We'll probably need one of those. Drying rack's quite useful, but not needed. Okay, so there's some deer. Okay, well, that was unfortunate. Got it. It's got quite a nice sort of kill animation and stuff when you do that. Damn, I missed another one. Oh god, where's my mouse? Alright, cool. So we've got enough for this. We just need some more stone. Stone and wood. And then we can just dump a base. That's convenient. There we go. Huh, nice. Oh well. Yeah, those things don't have much fur on them. I need to take that into account. So useful for meat at least. Alright, well, they just went into the stratosphere. This game has some interesting physics when it comes to things like wood. Alright, I need more bone. So you can break down the corpses afterwards, bone and things. I should have shot something at that. Alright, so we're just going to quickly knock together a 2x2. And craft that whilst we're doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just make this one the door. Whoops. No. Okay. Oh. Really? I can't. Okay. Hang on, I've got to craft a hammer just to deconstruct this. So another slight issue with this game. And I didn't mean to craft that wall there. That's oh, it's a wall. Got it. Oh, there it is. Goodness me. Okay, we'll have to get water and food and stuff in a second. Stop. It auto crafts if you have something in your inventory. Well, whatever. Like, fine. Jeez, this isn't very good. I didn't think it would have a problem putting a door there. Apparently you can put a wall down, but God forbid you put a door down. I don't know why I made a storage box. Right, I'm just going to clear out my inventory a bit more. Right, so we have that. We want probably a campfire. Now we can craft an oxidizer, but what we actually want is an oxide dissolver, which is like a next tier thing. And that allows us to fill up these oxygen bladders. but it does use some leather. So I need to hunt some more creatures for now. But we want to craft a water skin as well. So you can just repair things straight from your inventory. Just right click, just uses whatever you have. And then we can just store everything in here. Another advantage of this game is most of the crafting sites or deployables have an inventory. Oh yeah, so we just drank some raw water straight out of there. And now we have dysentery. So that's fun. Something you want to try and avoid if you can. Oh, fuck. Right, so I need... Realistically, I needed that deer right there, but there's no way I'm gonna... I need slightly stronger arrows to be able to kill that even from sneak. Ah, or not. Okay, that's good. This might give us the level we're looking for. And some of it. So I just need some oxide, and then you put sulfur in the bottom, and it basically progressively fills up this oxide container for you. And then we won't have to worry about oxygen for quite a while. Okay. Another aspect of this game, as you can see in the top center of my screen, there's a weather effect going on. Weather in this game is extremely detrimental. If you become exposed, you can quite easily... oh, good. Seriously? Okay, we'll kill that first. Alright. Get the wolf before I lose track of it. Yes, weather effects. If that builds up too much, you essentially end up moving extremely slow, and it typically will do damage in some way. You want to try and avoid it as best you can. Okay, that might be enough. We want one water skin and one oxygen bladder, basically. We'll look at doing the mission properly once we've got more of a setup. I just need to find some sulfur if I can. Right in the eye. I need as much as I can get. That's going to fall on me. Oh, well that was bad timing. Got lightly crushed. You can see the exposure's got pretty bad, but I'm not too bothered about it because I'm like my base is just over here, so it just makes you move a bit slower or give you less stamina and so on. We're going to need as much of this as we can get. It's not that hard to come by animals to hunt, but the sooner we can get all of the basics unlocked, the sooner we can start going towards the caves and extracting things. So I really need to head back to my base because this is actually killing me now. It will end shortly, but I might be almost dead before I get back. So. Cool, right. Grab it. Actually, it's not doing that much to me, but still. Can't. Right there. That. Couldn't see what direction I was pointing. I believe there's a cave there as well. It's along one of them. There's caves. Basically, if there's large rocks, there's a cave, and it's pretty obvious. There's a more generic structure that they follow. You can see on the outside, it's a very specific, rigid line of rocks. In fact, I think, is that... No, not there. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, right. It's been so long since I've done any of this sort of thing. Okay, so we can craft one of these, but I still need to find some, what's it called? Sulfur. I still need sulfur. So we'll put that in there because it's of no use to us at the moment. Get some more water, which fills that up, which you can put in there. You can see we don't really need food all that often. Food's not much of an issue because I've got enough food that I can cook like immediately. And it's not an issue. If I run past it, there we go. Man, I'd love a perk for finding dead bodies. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Convenient. Our character is also not max level, and I also haven't been putting I've got 5 talent points I haven't spent. And the reason for that is why I'm doing this is so I can figure out what talents I need to go for that I haven't already got. Because I think I probably could not waste them as such, but I could probably get away with putting them in almost anything. Maybe even a bit of points into some bows or something just to give me a faster start. If like reduced crafting cost of arrows and bows, or maybe even harvesting more fur and leather, so then I can get set up quicker. There is not a single sulfur node. I know it's typically more this way, but usually there's a few. I'll cook some meat a bit. I probably ought to craft a campfire at some point. Just need some sticks and stuff. There we go. Some sticks, got some rock, stone. I think it was 24 or something. Okay. There's bound to be some sulfur over here. There's some. Yeah, so oxide blue, sulfur yellow, salt sort of red. This is silica. Silica is used for some minor higher level stuff later. I will need a lot of it if I plan on doing my stone-based strategies that I usually do for the mission I'm thinking. Typically, when you're in the Arctic biome, you want a stone base because there's polar bears and things, and it also gives you much higher insulation and reduces the effects of the Arctic freezing, storm, blizzards and such. And you also want a fireplace as well. Like you literally die if you don't have an actual proper... Oh, I can't show you, it's not in here. But yeah, the cold will kill you even with a full Arctic like coat sort of setup. So Which is another reason why I'm thinking there's a talent point in adventure. So this is all about like reduced consumption, so your food lasts longer, oxygen lasts longer. It's a bit of carry weight, but mostly it's this that I'm after. You get 5% movement speed and an additional 15% cold resistance, which is the equivalent to like one additional piece of cold resistant armor, which is enough to make you basically immune to the effects of cold in the Arctic, which is a kind of a game over scenario. Cool. So now we have basically infinite oxygen, because this stuff just lasts forever. We can store that. So we want... I've got a spear. I probably want to craft... How much bone? Oh, I've got a lot of bone, actually. There's wood javelin. I want some bone javelins, basically. See? So now we've filled this up. You can see it's in like 4 quadrants. Just put it in there, and your character auto-consumes it. You can see it's just gone up again. Usually I make 2 of these, and I put 1 in there, and then when I come back I can just immediately take the not used one. So we can actually make a fireplace, which I think can be used to cook in, potentially. And it only needs a lot of stone, which we can easily craft. Gather, sorry. Crafting stone, honestly. I think it needs a roof top or something. But it's worth me finding out now rather than in the middle of a mission in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, so this is the bit that takes a while, is gathering with an axe. It's not that long. Once you get an iron one, obviously it's just trivial, but there are perks that reduce the stamina cost, increases attack speed, and I'm considering that might be something that's worth getting. Yeah, I'm gonna need more stone. As you can see right here, I just need to keep going back and forth between it, and it's just a bit much. Because if I simultaneously increase the speed whilst also reducing the stamina consumption, I could mine more and sooner. It's just something I might do. Does that actually need a chimney? Don't know. Right. I've only got 3 wood, but whatever. Oh, it's got some time. I'm just going to get some more wood. Another thing I need to consider is the minimum resource cost. How much can I get away with? Because this wood, even now, will last me for, I don't know, like a couple hours of fuel for the fire. It really doesn't take much. Oh yeah. Right. Now I can eat that, and I'm basically back to maximum health. Food. That's how little food you need to have in this game. Okay, so we got that. Whoops, sorry, that was the console. Right. Still kind of want some bone javelins, maybe, just in case there's bears. So we can actually start crafting some useful things. Like, I will craft a bed in this case. Normally, I wouldn't make a bed until much later. There's just no real need to do so usually. Dying in this game actually takes quite a lot of effort. Even like a bear or something wouldn't necessarily warrant you dying particularly. See, I only need this 50 in there to do it. Can I cook that still, I wonder? Okay, so there's bone, javelins, and because I'm a spear user, it's quite valuable for me. These do a ridiculous amount of damage on a sneak headshot, which is what I aim to do. So I shouldn't need a bow and arrow as much anymore. They are still useful, particularly later on, but it's not necessary. This is the next main thing. I need a textiles bench and presumably a skinning bench, which I need more wood for. So again, wood. So I might look into increasing wood cutting a bit more. Not much. I've already got most of the perks for it, I think. It's adventure, survival, I'm guessing. Yeah. So I've got the maximum bonus yield, but there's some useful perks here, like it automatically adding it to your inventory, so you don't have to pick it up, which saves time. It's not that valuable. But equally, I could make it so my attack speed's faster with an axe, and I consume less stamina. The same with the pickaxe. So it's all potentially very time saving, and I need to figure out what's necessary. Because I could right now go into a mine, probably within 10 minutes, have enough iron to make iron tools, at which point the speed difference is so minimal, it's probably not going to be worth bothering with. So skinning bench is just something I like to have. It does what you would do with a knife, but it gives you more resources back, and it's very cheap to craft one. So you kill something. I mean, I'll see if I can. I'll use a bow just for this ease of it. What's that? Cool, I'll be able to carry that. So you run along. No, stone. Where is it? I'm gonna have to craft a damn torch just to be able to see the thing. Yeah, finding bodies is hard. Yeah, so you get the option to carry it. You pick it up, run back to your base. Take it here, and then it's going to be obviously one of these, whichever it is. And you can see we get a lot of resources. We probably would have got 3 from this normally. So then we just put some more food back in here. And we can eat some meat and put that down. And now we've got a hell of a lot more fur and leather. We're basically good to go into a cave if I wanted to now. So I'm just going to repair all of my gear. And we can find a cave and head in. Do I need anything else? I've got bows, arrows, light. I think I want to craft a better torch, which is this one, so I need sticks and fiber. Put that away. That auto equips it there. It lasts just a hell of a lot longer. Now another potential strategy for this, you don't actually, and I'm going to do it, you don't actually need to like craft stuff. You know, you don't need to go and mine the ore and then bring it all the way back to your base. You can do what I'm about to do, which I'll just go to sleep first. Just to reset the day. We'll pick up the wood. And we'll craft a furnace here. And then we can take the furnace with us, because all these need is shelter. And we get shelter whilst we're inside a cave. So all I need to do is find a cave. Probably get my spear out. Gives me 10% increased stamina regen, so it's not much, but more than nothing. So you can see this is probably a good candidate for a potential cave entrance. They're very obvious. Oh, I've just reached the drop pod point. That's what this is. Sorry, I'll look away from that. So this will give us some basic tools and things. Presumably. I thought that's what it wanted. Oh no. Oh wow. Yeah, that's see, this particular mission requires all of those resources along the side there. But it may look like a lot, but 450 iron is like 3 caves or something. And speaking of caves, so yeah, you can see distinct difference, right? You look along here and it's like cool, rock, 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 cave. It's either like this or there's like a well, they're all some kind of like blatantly obvious thing. And if you go up, you can see there's this pickaxe symbol. So you have to mine into it, but it's pretty easy. Initially, it will be just very annoying and slow. But eventually, obviously, you get, like an iron pick, and there you go. Now, the annoying thing with caves is there are creatures in, and there is also a debuff you get if you spend too long inside the cave. Let's just equip a spear for the extra regen. I think I'm going to put some talent points into stamina. Oh, hang on. How you doing? Pretty good, thanks. Yeah. How are you? I'm good, thanks. Want to go on in? Yeah, yeah. You just doing that, or? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you there. Alright. Sorry, someone just came to fix themselves. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. So we come in here, and there's ores. We just shove this down, and immediately, I think that was one of the creatures. There's either bees or these. Anything? Yeah, there's bees. I hate bees, man. Okay, we killed them. We need to kill the hive, which I can't remember. I saw it. There it is. Which surprisingly, the javelins were very effective for. There we go. Right, so that's all those bees, and there's some more there. So you can see, if I go into my inventory, there's this, which is underground, gives you a lot of debuffs. But if you were to let that progress, you'd get a hell of a lot of problems. It halves your maximum stamina and slows you and stuff. It's horrible. But here we go. We just need iron. Now I also have talents for increasing the yield. So this should be just over 30, yeah. And then we can come back here. Put that in. And you get, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And we need 40 iron ingots to make the anvil. Which means obviously we need 80 iron. So we just gather 80 iron ore. And then as soon as we've got that, we can just instantly start making, what's it called? We can just immediately make iron tools and weapons, making pretty much everything I've got on me completely redundant immediately. So I can get iron javelins, iron spears, and all the usual stuff. So we've already got enough. I'm just going to nip out here, just to reset that. I'm just going to go and collect that, just so it doesn't annoy me. And we're just going to carry on. There's not really much to it. We don't need copper at the moment. Well, I don't need copper for ourselves. So the quest needs us to get platinum and titanium, aluminium and everything, which we can easily do. Excellent. And then we just throw that at the beehive and it's gone. Cool. Okay, so once we've got just like one iron pick, we should be good to go for most of the game. We'll need to make a steel pick to acquire the next tier of ingredients that they're looking for, but they only need 100, and one of these nodes gives you like 50, and they just need the ore and not the crafted ingredients. So at least for this mission, I can quite easily get an iron pick and then just go through all of the caves, gather what I need enough to make steel, which is again, steel is just iron and coal, so it's trivial. It will take me probably a couple hours or something just to get all of that together. So we've already got 69, and obviously we've got enough iron in total. And if I wanted to, I could just leave this going. But I'm just going to go and gather the rest, and I'm going to replace the wood with coal, which it did. Awesome. But we won't need copper at all, I think, for this. We'll need to gather the copper, but we won't need the copper to actually craft any of the next tier of items, which I'll go over in a minute, because now we're basically just waiting for smelting to happen. So you can't really speed run this side of it. But you can see in one cave we've gone from nothing to as much iron as we could ever need to gather. And therefore we'll have all the right tools and stuff, better equipment and things. And we'll come back because the other pickaxe gives you more yield. I'll leave that for now. I just wanted to have enough smelting so that we weren't wasting any time. But you can see we've already got nearly enough. Right, so I'll just get some more oxide whilst I'm here. So they only, not really an issue, but like sulfur and silica can take a short while to find. I've just got to be a little careful as to using it for what I need versus using it for what they need, if that makes sense. So for example, in tier 2, so we're crafting this, which needs iron, wood and stone, which is trivial. We've already got all of that now. What we really need is steel bloom, which is iron and coal, which is again easy. We've already got all of that. But in order to craft that, we need to go into tier 3, and yeah, I think it's the machining bench. So yeah, we need a concrete furnace to be able to produce steel. Now, it only uses iron, rope, epoxy and concrete, and this only uses refined wood and iron. So we're looking at a minimum of probably 80 additional iron once we've made the anvil, I think. It's 1 iron per 10 nails, so that's 12. So that's actually 52 iron. This is then 21 iron. And then this is, well, just the 12. We need the steel to then obviously to then make the we need the steel to be able to gather the last tier of components. So I will need over probably 200 iron ingots or something close to that. So leaving this all to carry on crafting probably isn't a bad idea. But now we have enough for that. Let me just check how much I needed for the iron pickaxe. Sooner the better. I think it's 5, so I just need 1 more. And then, like I said, I can just leave this. Nothing's going to break it, and there's no hostile enemies that are going to take it out. Well done. Oh, wonderful, thank you. Bye. And to top it all off, we've probably got all of our food cooked and stuff. So that was what I've been doing it for 15 minutes, probably half an hour. So I think that's pretty good going. So we just come into here. This is probably, don't need to leave it running for the moment. Add stacks. We put this in here for now. Craft one of these. So we're about half an hour in, and we've already got iron tools. So if we were doing the mission I'm hoping to do, this would be it. We wouldn't need, I don't think we would need anything else. So we come here. I'm pretty sure it's wood, iron. What else was it? Leather. Just leather. Cool. So we've got leather. Come in here. And there we go. So you see the difference here. That's 60 radius, 125%, and that's 50 and 100%. It's doesn't sound like much, but it makes mining faster, quite drastically faster. So just gonna get that cooking. Now I can make just any old iron tools as well. But if we wanted to speed run this particular mission, which I don't have to anymore, I've kind of got what I needed from it mostly so far. It's a 15-day mission. The other one I'm thinking of is like 3 hours, so a bit different. But yeah, if we were to do speedrun this mission, I probably now, the only bottleneck is the steel, and then 450 iron ore, which is a lot, to be fair. So we need some water. But I think we've got enough iron from this place to potentially get what I need. I'm going to see what that box is, because there's a like a drop box of loot over here. I think they may have given me some tools to start with, which is cool. Alright. And let me just take this. Just take this back to base as it's right next to it. The other advantage of this particular game compared to others is that I can pick up this entire base. So as is, I can strip all the walls down, pick up all of this, and just carry it in my inventory. So I'll be able to essentially pre-craft the base that I want wherever it is I'm going, and I won't have to worry about it at all. I just yeah, I'll just have an entire deployable base in my inventory. But we'll just carry on for now. Let me just check. Yeah, awesome. That sounded like a bear. I do want to craft an iron spear at some point. It's not necessary, but it would be useful. What did they give me? Oh, damn. Yeah, I probably should have gone here first. Fair enough. Yeah, look at that. 10% yield. Better mining and stuff. God damn. That's insane. Headshot. Yeah, so javelins do like the most damage in the game, besides actual guns and stuff. So I'm really tempted to start getting this like increased pickaxe speed and reduced stamina cost. Because like I don't need much durability. Well, again, for doing the thing that I'm trying to, I don't even need, I just need a pickaxe. It doesn't need to last me very long, but it would be helpful to get stuff sooner. I can always respec points as well. I might try it. Let's see what it's like. Stamina consumption probably not as effective as that. Pickaxe crafting doesn't seem that valuable at the moment. So I've now got like an extra 20% speed. Oh, that's quite significant. Okay. Oh yeah, we're exposed again. Just hop in here. Okay, so you can see we now got 46. So just for the sake of doing this better, because they did actually give me a really good pickaxe, so but yeah, the most significant thing I need, wow, I can just gather this all with just these. Okay, that's kind of absurd. These give you a lot of experience, by the way. If you want to level up quickly, go to the open world, max out all of the mining stuff you can, and you can see I get like 500 experience, 300, just like every time I hit this thing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the best thing about this mission is I don't need to craft any of that stuff, I just use it. And we can use some coal. We don't need much though. Particularly now I don't need to actually craft a steel tool at all. Because we've almost just acquired everything I needed, so for the higher tier resources. Do I get the reduced stamina? Actually, this is more valuable. Just the passive stamina regen. So this is another speedrun strat that I used to run. If you go all the way through the Firewhacker up to here, you get 30% stamina regen from this, then 10% movement speed, which by the way is as good as the bloody module that I've got, and it all stacks obviously, and you can get an additional 30% stamina regen afterwards whilst you've got it equipped. So if you're doing like a long run, which you in the mission I'm thinking of, that's all you do, you just sprint from the start to the snow biome. So you just go here, and I think, yeah, there's the tail end of the snow biome, but usually you spawn here and you just have to keep sprinting all the way around here, and then the mission ends up somewhere around here, and you have to defend your base for a bit, gather exotics, and then have to run all the way back out. And I used to use the fire whacker because of the absurd amount of speed and stamina regen you get. I think this is just too good to pass up. I don't know why you would ever not take it. I'm going to use this pick exclusively for the ores I can't gather without steel. And we've leveled up. So I'm not going to get that. I think that's a bit absurd at the moment, but see, that would speed up my wood gathering drastically. But I think I need better leather gathering is the thing. I think realistically I should start going through this to get myself up to this extra leather. Because then it does lead into extra stamina as well. We'll see, we'll see. Because you can't speedrun hunting, right? You can't force AI to spawn. I'm just going to go and reset real quick. Actually, I'm just going to go and drop this off in the pod as it's right next to me. I won't be encumbered anymore then. Okay, so that's gold, some of the copper. So I just need I just need a tiny bit of titanium and platinum, which is like one more cave's worth. I still haven't finished this one, so there's more. This will probably be it for the titanium. How much did I just get? I didn't pay any attention. Oh, I just need one more titanium node, which I'm guessing there's probably one up here somewhere. That's iron. So we will try not to use these special tools on things that I could gather with others. There's more iron, coal, iron. So this one, I know I've got two of them. Not seeing much of a difference. I think they've given me two of the same, which is cool. So we're just going to gather this coal. They don't actually want any coal, I don't think. No, they don't. That's interesting. At least that means I can use it for myself. So because I now don't need to store to craft steel, I don't need iron at all other than to repair this pick. So I think, yeah, with what I've got in here, I can deactivate it. Take all of this with me. Obviously I'm encumbered at the moment, but I'll probably make a spear given I've already got quite a lot of iron ore bars on me. And then we'll just go drop this stuff off and then go back through. Oh, nice. Actually, we'll carry that wolf back as well. Okay, yeah, so that's, well, yeah, nearly 100 iron. Yeah, so it looks like we just basically need one more cave's worth of resources for the end stuff, and then we just need probably two. And like I was saying before, I can just pick this up just as is. And there we go. Just drop it in the next cave along sort of thing. Their backpack's better for this. I don't need the movement speed from mine, so... Wonderful. Yeah, so we'll just finish this place off. Cool. I don't think there's much more. There was maybe like one other node somewhere. Yeah, just here. And then we can drop off what we've got. And just find another cave. We'll be done in minutes is the thing. I can just sprint to the next place. And do what I just did then, but without now having to actually craft anything. Just pick it up. It's pretty good. Let's just avoid that. Those horses, for some reason, are... Oh, yeah, I forgot something would come along and eat its corpse. Most unfortunate. Where are we up to now? Yeah, so look, we nearly finished copper. If you look on the bottom left, by the way. Let me just eat something before I forget. Yeah, so we've nearly finished copper. Iron's like a third of the way. Gold's nearly done. Platinum and titanium are just literally like one thing, one site away. So we could do stone whilst we're here. There's no immediate need to go back to base. But yeah, that base stamina regen that I just got is probably going to be a huge impact. See, like, stone's obviously trivial. Sulfur is about the same as the other ores. So we want to store some silica. I can start just bulk dropping it in. Because you get about 30 to 50 per, like, silica node, so... and the same with sulfur and oxide. Yeah, so we've got 37 out of that, and we'd already gathered a bit of it, so it was like 40 or so. And then we can just go back to base, repair this pick, and just carry on. Oops. Give me my spears back, please. Yeah, so these spears, even just the bone ones, if you headshot if you headshot a bear or even a polar bear with them, you can basically one-tap them from stealth. So the snow biome doesn't become quite as dangerous. And you can just kind of walk backwards after they attack you whilst preparing one and just throw it right in their face and they just die instantly, so... because you can't really effectively kill polar bears and bears with a bow and arrow like you can with a spear, so... Oh, javelin. And they're typically the most dangerous things you encounter. We just need silica... Oh. Cool, right. Well, that makes up for the other wolf I lost. And you get your javelin back as well. So we'll come back through. We'll try and finish off the basic resources before doing the cave. We'll just go and replenish our supplies. Just need some water basically. And oxygen. So how are we doing? Yeah, see, look, this thing's nearly barely even empty. And as part of the roguelike side of things, you can get the higher tier of water container. I'm not sure. Is it the next one along? I think it's in tier 3. Yeah, you can get the canteen. And basically you fill it up once and have a suit like I've got. And you never need to drink water for the entire mission. Like you just one use and done. It's absolute insanity. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just how it is. So I'm going to make an iron spear. And then I'm gonna make some iron javelins. Because I have no other use for the actual iron anymore, so I might as well. Which means I don't need the bow, I don't need the arrows. So I can store my current original backpack in the actual drop pod. But I don't think I need to. There's almost no risk of me dying anymore. I'm basically immortal at this point. The bears and stuff don't worry me or anything. It's just whatever. They don't need oxide, they need silica and sulfur, so the closest supply to it is probably going to be up here, this direction. And again, we're just going to use the iron pick for it. Now I could, in theory, take the anvil with me, which sounds a little ridiculous, but it would mean that I could literally take a couple of bars of iron and the anvil and just drop it and repair it whenever I need to. Because the actual anvil itself doesn't weigh that much. And it's strategies like that that I trying to figure out from this. So I still have, I think I've got like another 10 plus points, I think. Maybe like 15, 20 more talent points to unlock, because there's 20 levels, but sometimes you get 2, so... Hang on, how much did I... Sorry, I keep pressing all the wrong buttons. 77 silica. How much have I got for you? Okay, so we don't need much more. That would put me to 100 and something. I need about 3 more nodes, silica nodes. And then any sulfur nodes I can find. Any more? Nothing there. Just have a look over here. We'll be nearly done with this mission soon, and then I'll get the, I think it was 150, maybe 250 points. Ah, sulfur. Let's just regain stamina. Cool. Wonderful. Right. Silica. $41. They need 220. So I need 180 silica on me. I got 120. So yeah, it's like 2 more nodes. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, that stamina region's pretty good. Let's be precise about this. Yeah, it's 180. Yeah, cool. Done. Silica's done. And then I just need to find some more sulfur. I've got 70 on me, and I've deposited none, so I just need to get some more. And we need to find another cave. There's either one back here. I think there's one along one of these. And then we'll be done. I'm surprised. It seemed like quite a steep toll, but I've already nearly done all of the iron and all of the tier 2 resources. I don't think I can carry... Oh no, actually I can. Oh, this will probably be it. There we go. I might as well finish it off. Okay, so that's all of that done. Let's find a cave on our way. And mark it, and then we can go back. Game please. Just so it doesn't bother me. Right. Right in the face. If I remember correctly, there's one either here, here. You can usually spot them pretty soon. I don't think there's one over that side. Is this one up here? Probably not. Oh no. No. They're in prefixed areas, so once I remember them, it should be pretty easy. Okay, we'll just pop along to the other side, walk back. You can usually tell by the steepness of the walls as to whether or not there's going to be a cave in it. Pretty sure there's one along there. So we'll carry on. It's either along there or along... Oh. But it doesn't matter. You just find one, get the rest of the iron and the basic resource, the tier 2 resources, and we'll be good to go. There might actually be one up here. It's kind of too close to the other one, I'm thinking. So there's one here where we originally went, so probably not. Ow. Yeah, that's great. Now I'm encumbered. There's another one right there as well. Well, that's bloody annoying. Let's just drop that. I don't need it anymore. That's my bad. I should have been a lot more careful. I need to craft a splint. Oh, did I think this gives me what I need for one. Already some part of what I need. Game, stop doing that. Oh, I need rope, wood, and stick. Oh, yeah, not gonna happen. Okay, we'll just store that. Okay, so yeah, that's the first set done. Cool, right, at least we don't have to see it. And then we just need iron ore. I can't make a splint at the moment, so I'm just going to carry on. Because we don't need to, well, we don't need the movement speed, obviously, inside a cave, so I'm pretty sure this is one. Okay, yeah, so they just casually dropped me, like, between two caves. It's nuts. Yeah, I'm really feeling that movement speed. Are there bees? Oh no, it's these things. Oh, there's those and bees. Take out the bees. I'm so done with bees, man. I hate them so much. They're like my fucking nemesis in this game. They don't do much. They're basically redundant. Okay, good. Right. Bit of a graphics glitch there. Okay, we'll consume this to heal up a bit. There we go. Right. Oh, we've got all the aluminium we needed. Let's just reset the cave debuff. There we go. Right, back to it. So we didn't need the aluminium I just got. don't understand why the bees have come back. I did just kill them, didn't I? Oh, well, whatever. That's copper. So we need some copper. 27? Is that gonna do it? I can't see it. Yeah, 27 will do it. We need titanium, but we only need 8. There's no point getting more than we need because it's iron that we're definitely going to need more of. It's the titanium, platinum. We need 40, well, 38. So we need one more node of platinum. That's copper. Which I think we got, yeah. Okay. Getting bugged out. Wouldn't let me attack with that. Oh, headshot as well. Nice. Okay, so we just need some more platinum. I think it's this. Yep, cool. We've got enough platinum. Alright, let's go back and just reset real quick. I think I can effectively use this to gather iron now. There's no reason not to. It will last the entire time. I'm amazed that they set me down on the planet that's like I'm directly next to all the resources. That seems a little ridiculous for a mission like this. Not like it's hard. I didn't even need to build a base in this one. I could have just come in, used both of their pickaxes, and just walked back and forth between the cave and this. So, yeah. Okay, so we just need some gold and then 200 iron, which I'm pretty sure is all in this one cave. And if it's not, well, we just have to go into like one more afterwards. In fact, yeah, we just literally need gold and iron, so. Because, yeah, each iron node's 40. Well, that's titanium. It's a shame I used so much to craft the pickaxe and stuff. But it was a good test to see how quickly I could get an iron set of tools and equipment, so that's what really matters. I don't need any more copper. We're just looking for iron and gold. Just wait for my stamina a bit. Oh, that's the max. Yeah, I think I need more maximum stamina. See, I've already got 250 iron, so I'm basically done. I will literally be finished with this mission in a few minutes. That's insane. I have to do this more often. Oh. Because there's the gold we need. Right next to the iron we need. We need slightly more. We're done on gold. And I believe 286. Definitely. I'll just get a bit more whilst I'm here. And we can literally walk out the door and leave. Just straight up leave the planet now. There's no reason to be here anymore. And I could use it to gain a lot of experience. I suppose. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll consider that. But I believe we've finished the mission. In probably an hour and a half, 10 minutes or so. There it is. Done. Okay. Huh. Alright, well I might just go and quickly finish off mining the rare resources because I'm very close to leveling up and you get an absolute ass ton of experience from mining these high tier resources. And as I've been given all of this nice free stuff, I'll swap out the backpack. Probably worth doing. Copper's pointless, titanium, good. So yeah, because we don't get to keep anything other than the stuff that I brought with me, that I bought from the workshop as they call it, then there's no need for me to craft anything else or whatever. It's kind of a shame. I wish there was some element of taking some other like high-end things with you potentially, but I guess it defeats the point of the game. That's just copper. Yeah, we should be able to level up from gathering some of the last odds and ends. How much do I even get? Oh shit, okay, yeah, no, even copper. I don't think iron gives you much. Nope, okay, it all gives you a lot, right? Fine. Okay, I'll go back over the other ones. But this stuff definitely gives you a lot more, so. Oh, we've pretty much leveled up in a second. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking the increased harvesting is probably the way to go for this. Because it's all well and good having movement speed buffs to get around to the Arctic faster, but I also need to gather I also need to gather a lot of fur. Oh yeah, just an FYI, this is what the debuff does if you stay in here too long. So it's actually negative experience gain, which is interesting. I'm not sure why a physical debuff would give you reduced experience, which is purely a hypothetical concept in a video game. There's also a stamina bug in this game. Yeah, I know my stamina's depleted. Could you give me any stamina? Okay, I'm just going to relog because that's bugged. Sometimes it thinks you're permanently consuming stamina. So yeah, I'll pop back to our base and just see how much resources the armor set that I need is going to take. Also, I need to unlock the rest of the said armor set, which I will do briefly. Okay, can I not do actions anymore? I think I've got so low stamina that I literally can't perform actions. That's insane. So I'm gonna get out of this cave then. Oh, I literally need to mine like one thing is the problem. Yeah, I my stamina is too low to even press the attack button. Oh, salt gives you some. Just wait for my stamina again. Ah, cool. This might level me up. Be nice to finish it off before I leave. Yeah, we're heading this way. Sulfur, maybe. There we go. Okay. Oh, I got a solo talent as well. That's gonna be insane. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm trying to get this negative 30% building weight capacity. It's another huge influence to what I'm doing. Oh no, it's not that. It's the survival. Yeah, it's this. So I need basically these things. Probably not that. But yeah, definitely want to head towards the increased leather. But that's skinning, and I don't think that affects the skinning bench. So I need to look into that. I can always respec my character. This is the thing. They introduce respec points, which is nice. So if anything happens, you can spend the currency that you earn from the roguelike side of things to be able to respec your character. That's not really worth it. Yeah, so we're gonna absolutely have to finish this off. There. So that was, I just fully unlocked a fur armor set, which is all I'll need to be able to survive in the cold. It will make freezing go to cold, and then I'll have to put a fireplace down to then be just a regular temperature, I think. Base is over here. So we'll just see what the total crafting for that is. We might as well sleep briefly. Sleeping's instant in this game. So this is why we needed to craft this. So we need rope, and rope requires leather, which is fine, but it's the fur requirements. So we're going to need 36, 42, yeah, that's 30. We're going to need nearly 100 fur to be able to craft this entire set, to survive well enough in the Arctic. Which is fine. That's like, I just go on a hunt for maybe half an hour. But the thing is, I can't force the AI to spawn. And if I get unlucky and there's no like bears or anything, then I'm just going to have to suffer with the not having enough fur for one day. And when you've only got 4 hours or something to complete the mission, it does put quite a significant time pressure. And that's for real life hours, not in-game hours. So the mission, as soon as I started this mission, it put me on I think it's a 15-day timer. So if I were to log off and not come back to the game within that 15-day period, this character is gone. They're just outright dead, don't exist anymore. So it's something you need to be aware of. But yeah, now when I go back through the ship, the drop pod via this, I keep all of these that I've already crafted. Everything in my inventory here is just gone, just redundant, doesn't exist anymore. And there we go. Like I said, I could have stayed on that planet forever. There was no, well, until the time would have run out, to get more experience and stuff, but it's not warranted at the moment. Right. So, see, now we're back. This is what we had on us. So we've got these back again. We now have 230 of the currency, which is part of the reason of doing that particular mission as well. So I could try and go for like a better suit, because some of them get give you like one of them cold resistance there, but this starts needing the exotic materials, and you can see it costs 750 just to unlock it, and then 250 to actually craft it. So but this is quite tempting because it gives me an additional module slot, and I could pick up a somewhere. I can't remember where these ones are. It's falling, highlighted, bosses, hypothermia resistance. Okay, so these are like, okay, that's unfortunate. That's the kind of thing I might have, well, is that not a... Okay, I just searched for the name, I suppose. Well, there's a fire resistance and poison resistance. See, like, that's quite useful. Just the reduced consumption. Just a passive that just drastically changes your yeah, how much you need. And 25 exotics isn't that much. If I wanted to, I could have played on that map more, gone to the further caves and have found exotics just lying in some of the caves. And they usually have about 25-ish exotics per one. But then I could only have unlocked it and so on and so forth. So it's fine. But yeah, but something I am particularly interested in unlocking, because it's just absolutely broken, is this. Because this is the water container I was talking about, and it gives you so much water storage that you fill it up once at the start of the mission and you will never need to fill it up again. It's absolutely insane. And then similar with the oxygen tank, it's very useful to start with, because then you don't need to use the lever to craft them yourself, and you just get them straight in your inventory. Now I could start with slightly better pickaxes, like these. This is the equivalent of the one that they gave me for that mission. So it's actually possible to spawn with an axe that allows you to mine the tier 2 resources. Now, it's somewhat useful, but given the mission we're doing requires me to craft a particular item, which, as it turns out, is one of these. In order to craft that particular item, I think I just need to get up to copper, make some copper nails and stuff. Let me just have a look. Actually, it's tech tree. Is it tier 3? It's this, I think. Yeah. So it just requires gold wire. Oh yeah, we need the machining bench. But yeah, so once you've got the machining bench, which just needs iron, basically, which we can get very rapidly, we can craft a... Oh no, we do need steel. I mean, that's not that bad. As you saw in that mission, within about half an hour, I had iron. I can go from iron to epoxy, and then crafting this within about 20 minutes of one cave. I would probably have a machining bench. I would probably need another cave's worth to get the cement mixer, the biofuel, and the deep mining. Yeah, we could probably manage that, because then it's just electronics, which needs gold and copper and stuff, but not much. It's probably 2 to 3 caves worth, which is about 20 minutes per cave to go in and out, get all of the stuff, craft it. And then you make one of these, you fill up a biofuel can. Presumably you take the composter and the can, an extra can with you, and you set up a stone base, and then you go and do the thing basically, and you just sit there, kill polar bears and Arctic wolves and things. So yeah, all good fun. I think I'm going to stop streaming this now though, because I just want to chill out. But I might come back on later. So I'll see you guys around.